Welcome to iLecture Online. Our next proof deals with complementary angles. Of course, complementary angles are angles that add up to a 90 degrees. And so we're given that angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary angles, and that angle 2 and angle 3 are complementary angles. And now we're supposed to prove that the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 3. So we start out with the realization that the pairs, angle 1 and angle 2, and the pair, angle 2 and angle 3, they are complementary pairs of angles. So that is given. What do we do next? Well, we're going to use the definition of complementary angles, where we can then say that the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 must add up to 90 degrees, and likewise, the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 must also add up to 90 degrees. So what we're doing is we're using the definition of complementary angles. That is why we're allowed to do so. So we're using the definition of complementary angles. We're trying to get to the point where we can claim that measure 1 equals measure 3. And so since both of these sums are equal to 90 degrees, we can make a substitution. We can substitute in the first equation the angle 90 degrees with what 90 degrees is equal to based upon the second equation. So we're going to make the substitution where we can now write that the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2, which is 90 degrees, or better yet, I think what I should do so that it's visually a little bit more easier to see what we're trying to do. We're going to take the second equation and write this as the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 is equal to 90 degrees, and since 90 degrees is equal to this, we can set it equal to the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2. So we use substitution. And how do we know that that is correct? Well, we use the substitution property of equality. All right, now, here we see that we have measure of angle 2 on the left side, we have measure of angle 2 on the right side, and we don't have that in our proof. We just want to prove that these two are equal to one another. So what we could do is we could subtract measure of angle 2 from both sides. So we're going to do a subtraction, and we're subtracting the measure of angle 2 from both sides. And if we do that, we end up with the measure of angle 3 is equal to the measure of angle 1. And so why can we do that? This is called the subtraction property of equality. Okay, now we're almost there. It's in a reverse order, but we know that we can actually turn that around. We can write that the measure of angle 1 is therefore equal to the measure of angle 3, and that is due to the property of symmetry. So we can say the symmetry property of equality. So we're changing the form to make it look exactly what we're trying to prove. We can do so because the symmetry property of equality in algebra, this is also known as what we call not the associative, but the commutative property, where we can move things across the equal sign or turn the equation around. So finally, we do have what we set out to prove, proven in the following fashion. And that's how it's done.